Hi guys, Ken here. Postcards from Cebu. Well, here we go again, guys. I just got back last week on Wednesday from Cebu. Had a wonderful time. It was an absolutely wonderful trip. It was nice seeing the family and Rose and all that good stuff. But now I'm back off to flying the friendly skies. On my way to Augusta, Georgia. I got to meet up with some of our folks at a customer site and do some engineering survey work. And then I'll be back on Wednesday. Well, guys, the story of my life these days, I tell you. Back into the airport. This is BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport. Thurgood Marshall. I've been around long enough to remember when it was called Friendship Airport. So maybe giving away my age there. So my flight is going to be down there that way, gate D29 as usual, because a lot of my customers that I service are in the south, so I end up flying on Delta to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta this time to Augusta, Georgia. And so I'll be down there for a couple of days, have a survey to do tomorrow. Myself and another engineer and our sales guy are all going to be there and walk through and figure out how we're going to do the install that they want us to do. It's quite a big job. So anyway, that's where I'm off to. Atlanta and eventually Augusta. And just recently a very bad storm dumped the other engineer that I'm going to meet up with is from our office in North Carolina, and they got hammered with a couple feet of snow. Pretty big snowstorm went through there, so I may end up doing it myself if he can't make it there. So we'll see about all that. So I'm here at the Delta gate D29 waiting for my flight to Atlanta, and I was chatting with my stepdaughter Shara on Facebook Messenger, and my stepson Chan is in the hospital. So I'm not sure what's going on there. They said he was having some issues with his throat and then started having a fever, which is not a good sign. So they were thinking originally tonsillitis, but maybe more complicated than that. Right now he's still in surgery, so he's been in there for several hours. So anyway, say a prayer for Chan, please, and hopefully he'll get better real soon. So here in Atlanta, guys, a big hub for Delta, and I got to make my way to B09 to make my connection to Augusta. So here we go, running through airports again.
Delta Airlines is paging Tequila Moore, please return.
Nothing particularly interesting in this airport. It's just a big hub, a lot of connections being made. Well, guys, I'm here in Augusta, Georgia. I in a rental car right now, a Nissan Altima. It's kind of a nice ride. Anyway, I just pulled up to the Hilton Garden Inn, where I'm going to be staying for a day or two. So guys, I made it through security here in Augusta. It's a quaint little airport here. They have this little garden outside. It's what they call a regional airport. It's not as big and busy as, say, Atlanta or Baltimore. But it's kind of cool. And plus all the Christmas decorations are up. Augusta is kind of known for its golf. The Augusta National Golf Tournament is here. So it's a little garden out there. And here's a statue. Raymond Floyd. Augusta Museum and History for Great Golfers. Bobby Jones. So, yeah, plus this part of Georgia, South Carolina. I wasn't able to get, I did see some palmetto trees. I wasn't able to get get any of it on video because I was driving up to Aiken, South Carolina. Company I work for has an office there, so after we visited with our customer, we all went back to Aiken to have a powwow. This is the regional airport. So anyway, it's still an hour or two before my flight leaves, so I'm gonna find something to eat. This is kind of neat. Soul Brother #1. It's kind of cool. James Brown. James Brown was a sharp dresser, that's for sure. That's kind of cool. I didn't know it was from Augusta. I guess he is, huh? Godfather of Soul. Had a neat little display here at Augusta Regional Airport. Another little Christmas display going on here. It's kind of cool, these handmade snowflakes. And a Christmas tree. It's kind of cool. Kind of neat, huh? Well, guys, I'm here at a little outdoor area in the airport, which is kind of cool. It's like a I don't know, kind of like being in somebody's house. Only they have a golf course out here, putting green anyway, and so it's kind of cool. Never been to an airport quite like this, which is kind of neat. But over there is the main terminal, and then this bridge comes over to where the gates are, where I'll be flying out of. And it's warmed up quite nicely. I had hoped that when I first came to Augusta, there would be a lot warmer than Maryland, and it was not. There was a big snowstorm that had went through a swath of North Carolina and Virginia. Fortunately, I flew up over it, landed in Atlanta, and then took the short hop from Atlanta to Augusta. And it was cold here. I got up in the morning, my rental car was covered with ice, so Anyway, my job here is just about done. Well, it is done. I'm just flying home now.
5141 to Charlotte. If you're a confirmed passenger on this flight, please make your way to gate number 4.
Well, this place is really set up like a southern mansion. It's pretty cool. Like being in somebody's home. The clock is really cool too. It says Augusta, Georgia on it. And of course we have to have the Christmas tree. Well, back to Atlanta and then to Baltimore.
Jim from the flight deck, we got some good news. We got released to Atlanta about 10 minutes earlier than what our plan time was. So we should be getting off the ground here in the next 5 minutes. We're number 3 for takeoff, so at this time I'm like, Stacy, to prepare the cabin for departure.
Augusta. So making our final approach into Atlanta. Well, guys, I'm back home in Maryland, safe and sound, from Augusta, Georgia. It was a very successful trip. I had a fair amount of fun while I was there, but it was nice hanging out with my compatriots from the Southern District for my company. And we got a pretty big job that we're going to be doing here shortly. And my purpose of my trip was to get that information that I need so I can design the panels and the I/O layout and everything for our customer, which I did, and took a bunch of videos of that, which of course are not going to be in this video. But anyway, so I thought I'd bring you along with me and show you my exploits when it comes to business travel. And so that was it. I flew out. Interestingly, there was a big snowstorm in the Carolinas. Lucas, one of my partners from Shelby, North Carolina, was coming down to Augusta, and it snowed like crazy. He had like 8-10 inches of snow at his house, and he made it. But he told me he had to take his he has a Toyota pickup like mine. He had to take the 4-wheel drive pickup and back up and down in his driveway so that he could get our company van out and come on down. But he made it, and I flew up from Baltimore. We didn't get any of that snow, fortunately. I flew up from Baltimore over all the storms and down in Atlanta. When I arrived in Atlanta, it was just raining, and then it was just a short hop to Augusta, Georgia from Atlanta, Georgia. So it was pretty simple trip for me. No big deal. Luke said he had to deal with the brunt of it. The rest of the guys are from our Aiken, South Carolina office, which is very close to Augusta, Georgia, just across the border from Georgia into South Carolina. So anyway, it was a great trip. We got a lot done, a lot of good stuff forthcoming. And so please like and share this video. Up there somewhere is going to be My Ugly Mug. Click on it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you join me. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.